guys, we're back. Mr. Pedro, how are you? Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a great pleasure. You're one of the biggest podcasts in Brazil, so it's an honor to be here speaking to you today.
Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna start putting some content in English here for the MMA Today guys. I hope you guys like it. We're gonna start like kicking the door down, and UFC 317 happens tomorrow. You watching this on Friday, just the day before. You want to touch on Gregory Rodrigues and Jack Hermansson for a bit? How do you see this fight going?
I mean, Jack Hermansson, when he seems just to disappear for a long time, and you never know when he's gonna come back and start some fraud checking. Basically, recently against help me out, hard hitter middleweight.
I'm terrible in names. I know exactly. Yes.
Everybody knows who we're talking about. Yeah, that was a fraud check right there. But yeah, Jack Hermansson disappears for a while and then comes back and has great performances. I don't know how he's going to do about Gregory. Gregory's a hard-hitting dude. He's got some experience in the UFC. He's not going to be fraud checking Gregory because Gregory has the experience now.
Joe Pyfer.
Joe Pyfer. There you go.
I got to go take a look at that.
Yeah.
I think I agree 100% with you, and I think the question mark here is gonna be Gregory Rodrigues' cardio. Yes. Remember his last fight? It was such a shame because it was a great fight for him.
Yes,
he was. I think I love Gregory. He's a good friend. He lives like a couple of hours away from me, but I got a feeling that was his cue in UFC. You know, like they built that thing for him. To go and take out a veteran and just like build his name right there. And I think he dropped the ball big time. I don't know if he got overexcited or if he got like it happens with those guys, like first main event, like his name on a poster and kind of thing like that. Like people kind of get the wrong side, like some butterflies going on in his stomach, and he just don't perform as usual. It's weird.
Yeah, it can get to you sometimes, but I'm hoping that he took that as a lesson and he worked on his weakness, that is his cardio. He's a very big middleweight. His weight cut is probably not easy, so that definitely affects him. So I'm confident he probably worked on it, and I'm really hoping he gets this one back, gets back on the win streak against Jack Hermansson. But you never know. Jack, he comes back after disappearing for a while and has good performances, so...
Yeah. Hey, remember, like Kevin Gastelum was on a roll, and he plays a little dumb against Hermansson, and he lost. It was such a weird fight too. Like I think he got like an ankle lock or something like that. Like a foot lock or something. Yes. That he wasn't really concerned about it. He was just like making that kind of face, like I said, come on, dude, until he taps. I was like, holy shit, yeah. But look. If Gregory comes back 100%, Jack Hermansson's in for a long night. I think that's...
I agree, and I hope so. We have to be rooting for our Brazilian guys.
Exactly.
We're a bit biased here, but it is what it is.
You guys, if you guys don't know, Pedro has an awesome Instagram page too. Used to be Crash MMA, or is it still Crash MMA?
It's still Crash MMA. Yeah,
Crash MMA, right? Crash MMA. Like you guys probably follow that too.
Thank you so much for the shout out.
So maybe I was talking to Gregory today. Maybe we'll have him on the channel next week, so we can talk to him.
That
speaks great English. Cool. We hopefully he needs a win. So because if he loses, he's not gonna want to talk. So let's see what happens.
Fingers crossed it goes well.
Exactly. Look, jumping right into the main card. First fight of the main card. It's Let me open on Topology because I think I posted
I believe it's Payton Talbott versus Philippe Lima.
You think that one?
Google says it is. If you want to confirm, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'm double checking on Topology because I posted and Pahumpa called me out on the comments like, this shit is wrong. You're checking on Google, right? I was like, yeah, shit. Yeah, first fight. I got wrong the Moicano fight. That's why he called me out.
Yeah.
Payton Talbott and Philippe Lima. This kid, Philippe Lima, he is a monster. Like, and
Yes.
people don't know this kid's really well yet, right? The jungle boy or something like that.
He's a
Jungle
mix
Kid?
between Viking and Jungle Kid from Brazil, Nordic and Brazilian at the same time. That's a scary mix right there.
It is, right?
Great
He's from
genetics.
Manaus.
Yes, some warrior genetics right there. And we know what happened with Payton in his last fight. I mean, everybody had really high hopes for him.
Yeah.
Everyone expected him to get a quick knockout over Raoni Barcelos, and what happened. Crafty veteran absolutely mauled him for 3 rounds.
Yes.
Now the question is, did he work a lot on his wrestling and his grappling? He, for the first time in a while, I believe, he's an underdog going into this fight.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe people are not confident that he made the right adjustments.
I know, and talk about Raoni Barcelos too. There's nothing to do with this fight, but he just came as an underdog again a couple of weeks ago, and he also got the win over the guy. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Philippe Lima on that one, man. I don't think Payton. I think Payton Talbott got fraud checked by Raoni big time. Everybody's good in the UFC. Is like there's no bad fighter, but there are levels, and the levels they jump really high, like from one level to another. Like you've been killing guys way in the bottom of the division, and then you keep going up, and then you jump into like closer to the top 15. It's a different level. Then you're in the top 15. It's a different competition there. So look, it's I don't think Payton Talbot, it's all of that has all of that fire that everybody was talking about before. So I'm gonna go with Philippe Lima on that.
Props to the UFC for making this matchup, because these are 2 very young guys, up and coming guys. It's rare that you see the UFC doing this. Usually they'll just feeding the older guys to the younger dudes, but now they're making them face each other. So it's a very exciting fight. Both guys only have 1 loss in their record. Payton 9 wins, Felipe a lot more experience, 14 wins. It's going to be an exciting one. I'm hoping for a great fight.
Yeah, me too. Then I do a Portuguese podcast every Monday. We go live with Parrumpa, which is Hinato Moicano's head coach, Alexandre Pantoja's head coach, Armando Sarukian head coach, and we had Renato here on the podcast yesterday. I'm gonna say again what I told him yesterday. He's in a different mindset, and I'm not just saying that the cliche coach mentality mindset thing. I'm just saying, like, he's in such a happy place. I think he found himself, like, he's doing what he loves, like, everywhere, right? Like, he's a fighter. His YouTube channel, it's freaking hilarious. I wish all of you could understand Portuguese, because his Portuguese content is the best around, and he's just happy. He say, look, I found out that you just gotta do your shit. They just say, like, I don't abdicate from anything anymore. Like, and he used Burns as an example. It's like Gilbert Burns took like 4 months off everything. And just focus on the fight and on the trainer. You see what happens against Morales. So it doesn't work. It's not that. It doesn't. It's not a fair trade. Like, you don't give up something to get something else. If that something else is not coming, it's not coming. So don't give up on anything. Just do your thing.
I'm very happy that Hinato recently, you see that he broke through a ceiling. Not only the Brazilian fans love him, you saw when he got the chance to fight Islam in 24 hours notice, basically.
Yeah.
You saw the entire fan base, international fan base, was behind him, because everybody loves those crazy post-fight speeches. He has a great personality. You see all the memes he comes up with. You see all the crazy quotes we see from him. So I'm very happy for him that he was able to break through, and you know for a fact that after he's done fighting, he's going to have a great career doing
for
content
sure.
creation. Hopefully starts doing more stuff in English so you guys over in the US and all around the world can see more of his personality, because he's a hilarious dude.
It's
Uh,
really funny. I love
but
it. You all see that bit from the podcast he does with Burns, the easy money, not so easy money. That thing gets me laughing every time I see it. It's like
yes,
they present him a list of names, and he goes like, "Oh, this guy's like, oh, easy money. This guy, easy money. Charles Oliveira, nah, not so easy."
not so
It's
easy.
so fucking hilarious. I
Man,
love it.
he's definitely someone you should try and get on the channel here for an interview. Hopefully, if he gets a win after this fight, it would be an amazing guest.
That's true. Yeah, well, we'll definitely do it. He'll definitely do it too. He'll love it, especially in English. I'm sure he'll love it.
For sure. It's funny because this fight here is a big contrast from the other one. Two young up and coming dudes. Now here, both older dudes. Hinato keeps calling Benil Senil Dariush.
They like less than 20 days apart. Like we did the count yesterday. He was telling us his birthday. They less than 20, because we were thinking like a couple of months. Benil Dariush is a couple of months older. No, he's like less than 20 days older than Moicano, and he keeps calling him the old man.
I mean, I guess it's the white hair or whatever. But I'll tell you what, this fight is a sleeper. People are sleeping on this fight, in my opinion. Honestly, people are disrespecting Benil a little bit too much, saying he's completely washed. If Benil is anything like he was a couple fights ago, Benil has great hands, good grappling. I remember, Charles is my favorite fighter. I'm not hiding this. I remember being very worried when Charles was going to fight Benil, because Benil was dropping guys like crazy, like great hands, and his grappling is very decent as well.
He's a complete fighter. He's really good all around.
Definitely. Of course, I'm rooting for Hinato in this one, and I'm pretty confident he gets it done. However, don't sleep on Benil.
Yeah,
he's a dangerous guy.
I agree with you. I just think like Hinato is in a like Pahumpa said that yesterday. Say Hinato, it's in a better moment, and what concerns me it's that Dariush it's kind of like training on his own. King's MMA in California kind of like dismantled because Rafael Cordeiro it's almost exclusive. I don't want to say that because I don't know if the level of it, but he's almost exclusive with Tyson, and I guess the MMA team there kind of like it's going training different places and stuff. So that's never good. I know Benil has two schools now, and he's doing his own thing. So I'm not sure the level of his training camps, and if it's not at the highest level, that's why you've been seeing the performances from Benil the last few fights. I think that's a result. That's a direct result of that. So I'm going Renato too. Unless Benil can prove us all wrong, I think Hinato gets it done in fairly easy. But old Dariush, not that old. I mean, like 3 years ago, Dariush, it's a handful for anyone.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Next fight, Brandon Royval and Joshua Van. I was just reading that Kaikara France was going off on Manel Kape about coming out of the fight. He's really good, but he just can't help it. He's never ready. He's not a professional. How do you in Portugal? Like, is Manel Kape a big name over there?
Unfortunately, MMA here, nobody cares about MMA for now.
Okay.
We had André Fialho. He's from my hometown. I'm a good friend of his. A lot of people know him just because he's from our small town. But overall, UFC in Portugal, unfortunately, is not that big. But I'll tell you what, Manel, it's a shame because you see his UFC career, you look at his topology record is mostly canceled fights. He has a hard time making it to the fights themselves, but when he does, he has some majestic performances sometimes, and sometimes I remember early in his UFC career, he was just pulling back a little bit too much. I thought he could have done more against Pantoja. He had a good fight against Pantoja. Of course, I'm biased, but I could see Manel getting to the title picture very soon. But he needs to get to these fights, so it's a shame that he didn't get to this one, but we're getting Joshua Van in short notice. Joshua Van, man, 6
I'm really
fights in
excited
1
for
year.
that fight. Maybe more than Manel Kape.
Not me. For me, for sure, Manel.
I
but,
love Manel. I love Manel Kape. But look, like you're saying, it's too hot and cold. Like, we have our own. It's Paulo Costa. But
Oh my God.
like, can you imagine the nightmare that is to prepare for a guy like that? Because I mean, your biggest fear is like there's no fight.
Exactly.
So it's tough. I love Manel, and I agree 100% with everything you said. I think he's a dangerous guy. That was his chance. He will beat Brandon Royval, and he'll be next for title, and then the guy gets hurt. It's crazy.
I mean, honestly, I would have picked him to beat Royval because he has the great takedown defense on the feet. I would say he has the advantage 100%, and he would have been next. So yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, Joshua Van, man, I respect this guy. 6 fights in 1 year. He's a very young kid. But this is a little bit too big of a step up, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. I kind of agree. On the other hand, this is gonna show Joshua Van comes in and gets a win against Brandon Royval. This kid's for real, and everybody's fucked if he's ready for this big step up.
Yeah,
he could easily be outclassed by Brandon Royval. That's what everybody it's saying when they think it's a big step up, because he needed like 5 or 6 more fights until he gets to Brandon Royval's level. But he might be ready. We never know.
I mean, he's going to be dangerous because he has nothing to lose in this one, right?
Yes.
It's a massive step up. If he loses, everybody expected it. If he wins, is a massive thing. He could be next up for the title or something like that. So yeah, don't sleep on him. But yeah, I'm definitely taking Brandon here for sure.
Yeah, I really I'm not 100% convinced, but that would be the safest pick. I guess I'm gonna go with you. I'll go to Brandon.
Never 100%, but I'll lean definitely Brandon.
Co-main event: Pantoja and Kaikara France. I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna say that I hate rematches where the absolutely favorite guy already won the first fight, which is the case here. Because no matter what they say, there's always that, like, I already beat this guy. Yeah, you know what? So that's really, really dangerous. I just hope Pantoja. Obviously, I don't ask a lot of questions for Pahumpa on the podcast because there's a lot of things he cannot say. So I don't want to be the guy that keeps hammering. He's like, hey, so what's what's the game plan? It's never gonna fucking say.
Of course, yeah.
But I just hope Pantoja it's 100% just focus on a brand new fighter.
Yes.
And don't look at Kaikara like, hey, I fucking beat you. Because what worries me, I think Pantoja it's way better, but he gets hit a lot.
He does.
And against Kaikara France, that freaks me out. It's the same. It's going to be very close to what I'm going to say about the fight with Charles and Topuria. I think Pantoja is really that much better, but I'm so afraid of those hands from Kaikara France.
I wouldn't say I'm as afraid as you, because Pantoja has proved his chin is next level. He can take the punishment.
But until when?
Yeah, that's true. But in the Ursek fight, like, he ate some very big shots. In the Kaya Sakura fight, he got hit with a massive knee. Didn't even phase him. And Pantoja,
I didn't even remember the knee. You just say that, I remember now. Shit.
Pantoja's chin is next level, and he's a very complete fighter. His cardio is insane. His output level is insane. Experience level. I mean, he's number 10 in the pound for pound list.
That's ridiculous.
That's absolutely disgusting. That's
so ridiculous.
In my opinion, he's top 4. At least top 4. He's up there. Top 5, top 4. And
anyone, the fucking Jack de la Madalena, it's in front of him now. That's it. Like, it's ridiculous. Whoever fucking gets in there, they put him. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's unacceptable. But yeah, I see Pantoja right now. he looks so good in his fights. Even when he gets touched up, he pushes forward. His cardio is his preparation always seems on point. Uh, I mean, I'm very confident. And you said you were worried about the rematch thing, that he could not respect his opponent as much. If you look at the Brandon Moreno fight, he fought Brandon 3 times already,
Yeah,
if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. And I mean, he still respected and he knew he
But
was a different fighter.
Brandon, he was always super close, and I think he sees Brandon with different eyes. I think he sees
Maybe you're
Brandon
right.
like, if I sleep on this guy, he's fucking gets a win. So I think Brandon keeps him on his toe every time. I'm not
Yeah.
sure he feels the same way about. And I love you talking about his cardio, because in Brazil they have this thing that they keep saying he's tired all the time, but that's just the way he fights.
Yeah.
People don't realize that. Like second round, he already has his hand down, and like
Yeah.
his head is a little bit down too. His hair doesn't help. He looks like he's beat up and exhausted. But he will fight 10 rounds like that. It's crazy, right?
That reminds me of jiu-jitsu fighter Rip Leandro Lo. He always
Oh,
looked tired every time.
yes.
1 minute to the fight, but he keeps
Yeah.
going. He will
Yeah.
double leg. You think he's tired, and then he'll explode on a crazy double
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get the same feeling from Pantoja when it comes to that. I'm not worried. I'm confident in a Pantoja win, to be honest here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just worried about how long. I wish they could do something better where he does not get hit that much.
I agree.
Because the sad thing about MMA is, like, one day his chin is not the same, and we're gonna find out during a fight, and he's never gonna be the same again. And I just, like, as I think little adjustments can, like, stop defending punches with his face, like we say it in Brazil, right? Like, and that's it. He's a really almost like a close to a perfect fighter. Is just not getting hit that much. But I think he gets a win too.
Hopefully, we're right on this. Now it gets scary. Now when
Now
we start
gets
talking about
really
the main
scary.
event,
Tell me a little recap. If you guys didn't see, you guys gotta go check the Full Violence YouTube channel. These guys went to Guarujá. My father lives in Guarujá.
really,
I go to Guarujá twice a year.
That's
So I was in Charles' house at the beginning of the year. Like, I recorded something with him. We got there. So they just did like this whole house tour with Charles, and they were hanging around with Charles. So
I mean,
how much more of a fan you became after you got that close to Charles?
I'll just give you guys the quick recap. I'm just sitting here at home and I get a random call. Pedro, you want to come in 5 days to São Paulo to record with Charles Oliveira? How can I say no? I'm on a plane straight to São Paulo to do it. Keep in mind, I never interviewed a fighter in my life. All the experience I have on camera is this, me in my bedroom recording. So yeah, you can imagine how nerve-wracking it was to meet my favorite fighter ever. And a guy I respect so much. So you are always scared that when you get to meet these guys, maybe he's not as nice as you expected it, or he's not as open to talking to you as you would think. Not at all the case. He was the most humble dude. At the end of the day, we were talking like friends, I would say. Amazing experience. I'll tell you what, when it comes to this fight, though, I hate how he and his coaches talk about this fight. They're like,
I do too.
No, Charles has great striking. He can strike with Ilia. He's gonna move forward and try and knock Ilia out. All I'm thinking is, please do what you did in the Chandler fight. He had great takedown entries. Mix up the takedowns. If you mix up the grappling, the striking will open up, because I'm so scared of Ilia's hands, man. So scared.
Me too. And I had we've been doing some videos with a kid that's called Enrique. I forgot his last name now, but he's the guy who's doing the mapping of all the fighters of Shootbox.
Mm-hmm.
So he sits down and he does this full breakdown, like a deep look at Topuria's, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, if he steps with the left foot, he's gonna, I don't know, he's gonna fix his hair and then he's gonna throw a punch. He knows everything, right? So after this kid start giving Diego Lima this information, Shooter Box is like, I think it's A1 or 9-1 this year in UFC.
Yeah.
This kid's been doing some great. He came from fighting nerds. He was one Enrique. Fuck.
The nerdy kid, like, he's really good with computers. He used to work with fighting nerds. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have this whole thing, and he tells me a few things. I'm not sure how much I can share. I'm just gonna share a little bit. They say that Charles does not like that much strategy. Like Charles, he can't like kind of gets like in a bad mood, just like fuck, just like. But he's gonna do it. Like he say like, if Lima is asking me to do it, I'm gonna fucking do it. But he doesn't want to. He just wants to, like, I had him on a podcast because I had Diego Lima scheduled. Hey, let's just do something live because I know something's cooking, right? And the same afternoon they announced Charles and Topuria. So I was lucky enough to have Diego Lima live a couple of hours later. Then Charles came in live a couple of hours later.
I watched that interview.
Oh,
that
you
was
watched
perfect
that?
Perfect timing,
So,
for sure.
And Charles freaked me out right there. He was like, no, I'm going to march forward. I'm going to cair pra dentro and I'm going to punch him out. And I was like, no fucking do that. Just fucking out. And how do you tell a guy like that not to do it? You can't.
It's true. It's definitely scary. You can see Charles, he's one the guys at Fighting Nerds. I also got to meet the Fighting Nerds as well. You can tell that they know everything the other fighter's going to do.
Yes.
And they strategize their game plan according to that. Charles likes to focus on himself, trying to be as prepared as possible, but not caring about what the other guys do. I'll tell you what, the Charles we saw in the last fight, for me, he looked amazing.
Yes.
For a second there, I thought maybe he's trying to prove he can go 5 rounds and have a technical fight instead of just moving like a crazy person the entire time. He was defensively sound and he worked his wrestling. If he does the same against Topuria, he will have success and he will win this fight, in my opinion. People just think because he got eye poked and then punched in the back of the head against Chandler, that Chandler was close in that fight. That fight was a complete shutout, in my opinion. He shut out Chandler completely. I mean, hopefully we see a guy with a strategy in this fight against Ilia. I'm going to talk to him. I'm hopefully going to meet him over in Vegas. I'm telling Charles, please chill. Strategy. Please, brother. Please. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's crazy. No, I agree with you 100%. But I think people are I think like when a guy like this is in front of him and everybody's saying, look, dude, you got to watch his hands. He honestly has one fucking mission on this fight, is watch his fucking hands. There's nothing else that you should be worried about. Just don't go crazy. Keep your distance. You're much bigger. You can use your kicks. You can use your fucking point kicks. You can use whatever the fuck you want. Just don't brawl with the guy. And I just hope that there's one thing you cannot do. There's a list of 20 things you can do on the fight, and one fucking thing you're not allowed to do, which is go for like a clinch and then exchanging short distance and stuff like that. And I don't think he's gonna do that because, come on, guys, one thing, like just like,
yeah, man, it's Charles, man.
Yeah,
I feel like the moment he steps into the octagon, he will make that decision in his head. You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
If he's feeling himself, he'll start fighting like he usually does, moving forward like a crazy person. If he stays his head cool, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, we had a Muay Thai coach here that he had this great thing that kind of complemented what Borralho said about Topuria, that Topuria doesn't like to fight walking like on his back foot, and he does not like to walk to be walked down, kind of like walk back. And this guy complimented with the kick, saying, look, Charles needs to use like body kicks and pointy kicks and make Topuria step back. And that's the way to go. And to do that, he needs to march forward. What kind of what we're saying? Don't do it, but it's not just march forward in exchanging punches. There's like a few things you can do while you can march forward, right? Like so, you just make Topuria respect him first, and I think people forget. Charles has great hands. I'll make my words just engage words. And nobody can say more than just engage. It says the fucking Charles hit so hard. Remember that? Like,
yes,
I remember. He was like fucking touching a battery with his tongue. That's scary to hear, man.
Yeah, I mean, for a while there, everyone was saying Justin Gaethje is the hardest hitting lightweight in the division, and then to hear that from the hardest hitter saying Charles is the guy I got hit the hardest in my entire career. There's something to it. However, the delivery system, like Mike Tyson likes to say, the delivery system, I feel like it's a lot sharper boxing wise for Ilia. His hands are beautiful. His boxing, pure boxing. Of course, Charles mixes it up very well with his knees. His tie clinch is very nice. His kicks, and I'll tell you what, Ilia likes to bully guys. He likes to walk them down, and then he styles on you. He starts styling on you. He does the reads. If somehow Charles gets Ilia on the back foot, he's not comfortable there. It's not the way he likes to fight. However, Ilia is the type of guy to say, Max Holloway, meet me at the center of the octagon, and actually do it in the first round. So to make Ilia step back, I don't know. But please mix in the takedowns. Please, that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, man.
Exactly. They were saying a lot about the Muay Thai clinch too. And do not let go of the clinch because Topuria likes that. But just like force him down and use a lot of knees and use he's so much longer than Topuria. So they kind of like begging Charles to use that. Right, just so
I'll tell you what, Charles is listed at 5'10". Like
he's much bigger than that.
He's not 5'10".
Never. Bro, I was saying he's
6 foot. He's 5'11", 6 foot.
Yes.
For sure. He's a lot taller than people think.
182.
Yeah, 182.
183 maybe. Yeah, that's crazy.
He's a big dude. He's tall. However, I don't see Charles like using the distance, trying to touch him up from the outside. That's not what Charles does, you know.
But there's a strategy for this fight, man. Come on, you gotta buy that. That's gonna happen for this fight. Look, we have Henrique Oraguchi. I remember his last name now. Henrique Oraguchi. He mapped the whole thing, so they have this strategy. Diego Lima. They call him Diego Lima the magician in Brazil now, right? So. Let's go for it. Like there's Charles is gonna do it. Like let's get out of the fence. Who's gonna win this fight?
I mean, my heart says Charles. My brain leans Ilia.
I think I'm gonna go against everyone, and I think Charles is bigger. It's stronger. I think Ilia is gonna feel that. I think Ilia is he's gonna be too small for the lightweight. That's what. Oh, but he's putting a lot. Diego Lima said, "Look, he's not gonna cut weight. He's gonna come more powerful and even faster." I don't believe in that. I don't believe that.
Let me just.
There's
make
a
this
reason.
clear.
I believe. So, I'm sorry. I believe there's a reason way back why he chose to be a featherweight and not a lightweight.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I mean, people forget he was supposed to make his debut in the UFC against Piotr Jan at bantamweight. So that's how much like this guy. Now he's talking about if I beat Charles, I'll move up to welterweight. So this guy,
and that's another thing that's gonna come back to bite him. He's not even fucking considering losing to Charles.
Exactly.
He's just like he's already watching Islam on the next. Fuck you, dude. You gotta fight your fights first. Fuck that.
I mean, I feel like Ilia might be flying a little bit too close to the sun. I just want to make this clear. When I say my brain says Ilia, if I look on paper and if I look last few fights, the comfortable pick here would be Ilia.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm very confident in my boy Charles.
Yeah.
This is not only my heart saying it. I believe Charles has a lot of experience. If he does the right things, he wins this fight.
Yes.
And I'm picking Charles. Okay?
Yeah, no, I get it. I get
Charles.
it. No, I get
Charles.
what you're saying. You're not going against Charles, but what you're saying makes it makes so much sense. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel the same way. People were like 60-40 to Ilia. I'm like 55-45 to Ilia. But what I really think is, and I don't want to sound like an emotional, like, you know, like a fucking, you're just saying that because you're Brazilian. No, I'm going after facts. Think about it. Way back when this guy starts fighting or gets a chance to get to the UFC, he could be a lightweight there. Why not? Because he didn't have the fucking advantage. Not the size advantage, not the power advantage. They all choose a weight class where they're gonna have an edge over the next guy. And he was a featherweight. He was not a lightweight. So Charles could be a fucking welterweight.
I mean, he's not too far off.
He's not far off at all. He's like 90 fucking kilos in off. You know, like he's a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
And why does he fight a lightweight? Because he's a big fucking dude. That's you know, like, so don't tell me this fucking, oh, Ilia's gonna come faster and stronger. He's not cutting any weight. He's a tiny fucking guy. He's not gonna bully Charles. He's not. And that does not mean Charles cannot get caught on a punch. Ilia, it's a fucking master boxer. But so was your Portuguese guy that I fucking loved.
André Fialho.
He had fucking, I guess, the most beautiful box I ever seen in the UFC, and look what happened to him.
Yeah, it's a shame.
You know, so look, I'm going with Charles on this, and I'm confident that Ilia is biting way too much. And I'm telling you what, if it was fucking Islam Makhachev and start Charles, Ilia will be embarrassed. Because it's a different level of grappling too. Unfortunately, Charles does not have the grappling to win Islam. He has the jiu-jitsu and submissions and everything.
You mean wrestling or grappling? You mean wrestling, right?
I mean grappling, but the way that they grapple. Like, he's not after submission. It's a grapple wrestling.
Pressure.
Because it's not just wrestling either. That's why I'm calling it wrestling, grappling, and not just jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. He can drag Charles down and keep him down and just fucking hold him there for 3 days. You know,
I have a different view on that, but that's a conversation for another time because we'll just stay here for a long time.
Yeah, this was supposed to be a 10-minute, and I told her, say, look, 10, 12 minutes, and we up to like 38.
40. Yeah.
We'll get better. We'll get better at this. All right.
Fine.
So Charles and Charles, right? Both of us.
Yes.
All right. We'll be back next week, and we'll discuss that. Hopefully, celebrating.
Hopefully.
Yeah. For now, so give us a follow on Instagram. It's MMA Today. If you're watching this and you speak Portuguese, you know us. It's Crash MMA and MMA Hoje. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching this, and leave your comments and follow us.
All right, thank you so much for having me. See you next time. Bye-bye.